the long ride home. Some Nazca lines on ropey road, and you can't stop thinking about things you recover in dreams. That year you lived in Indiana, garbage pail kids, the piano, getting chased by that dog, crying and sledding down the dunes. And your He-Man toys, and your old best friend, and your grandma you'll never see again. Oh, the way she'd read to you and do the voices. It's freezing out and finally dark. You know the hills and homes by heart. Your parents' house, the driveway park, and kill the engine, kill the engine. But before tiptoeing inside, you stand in the backyard, look up high. The stars and planets stare back, frozen distant. The night an oceanic thrum, a churn that cleaves you cleanly from the warmth of kitchen lights and all your parents' selfless love. Instead you buckle from the weight, the isolation, outer space, the unanswered, the maybes and the unanswerable. Like what exactly makes a life, and where do things go when they die? My brother's hermit crabs, my sister's rabbit. I'm terrified to admit that sometimes things I'm passionate about seem just as empty as the stuff I've labeled bullshit. What happens when the things we love, the stuff we tell ourselves is good? What happens when the meaningful is rendered meaningless? Is there even consequence? Does there have to be a point of plan when it feels like we're all floundering about askance? Not to say I'm losing hope or giving up on songs and jokes, but let's agree the question's always looming, obscured by some nights, free, abandoned, muffled by the noise, distraction underneath the pile of coats. You worker, student, lover, child, strangle it with sex or drink or making music, traveling, but nothing stills completely or erases the conceit. It comes and goes and comes in waves, and don't it seem like we have days and days to work it out? And maybe we do, and maybe we don't, and either way we'll stare it down and sit in our own little houses, waiting for the ice to melt, cold and alone. Oh, oh, oh. cycle was my grandfather dying a couple months ago. He was 96. And that seems like the best case scenario. So I started to think that between getting hit by a car tomorrow and 96, we all have that amount of time. Because it comes and goes and comes in waves. And don't it seem like we have days and days to work it out? And maybe we do, and maybe we don't. So either way, we'll stare it down and sit in our own little houses, waiting for the ice to melt.